Hello, guys. I'm Miguel Sanchez, and I'm proud to welcome you to another installment of the World of Blocks. So, yes, thanks for being here. We're having a we're here. We are fighting the cold here in Nashville. My mom and allies are tested positive of the coronavirus, and that's okay. We can still get through this together and fight this current world event. So, thanks for hanging out here. Anyways, our previous episode we took a look at was Queen of the Blocks Chapter 3, Chemical Mischief. Link to that on the top right corner of your screen. You haven't seen that episode yet. But now, let's get right into the episode, shall we? Let's get started. Today, we are taking a look at Queen of the Blocks Chapter 4, Twinkle, Twinkle. That's right, we're going to Starland in this episode of the World of Blocks, so let's get going by. And thanks for being here. Let's get started. As always, credits goes out to Infinite Insanity Pit on his DVR page. He was the one who created this series. If you want to go check it out, link to his page is in the description below. Thank you, Infinite Insanity Pit, for the creation of the series. One final thing. Warning. Lordy Blocks is the property of Blue Zoo Animation Studios, Alpha Blocks Limited, and the BBC. As the British Broadcasting Corporation, no copyright infringement is intended. I own nothing. You have been warned. Thank you so much. Enjoy the story, everyone. The World of Blocks, Queen of the Blocks, Chapter 4, Twinkle, Twinkle. You're going to a place called Starland? I'm in. Ten knew a lot about outer space, so bringing her along on a journey to meet the star blocks, the personifications of the constellations, made perfect sense. F, also a space enthusiast, was eager to come too. Sadly, as Iris had to work her shift at the library that day, they had to wait a while for her to be ready to go. Meanwhile, 20 was having a conversation with 2 about all that happened back in Musicland. It sounded like something is developing between you and Iris, said 2. 20 was taken aback. But what? What do you mean? 2 giggled. You and dancing together. 20's locks lit up. It's not like that. I was just showing her how to dance. But did you see the way she looked at you after you arrived back in Neverland? 2 pointed out. She's definitely got at least some feelings for you. Trust me, I can tell you these things. Then how come you and 1 haven't become a couple? 20 retorted, causing 2's blocks to light up. 2 tried to divert the subject. Listen, maybe you should go with Iris today. You really think so? Just to see if there really is something there. Okay, maybe you're right. 20 got up, but I can't guarantee any romance between us. We haven't known each other for long. After all, XXX. It was a beautiful day in Starland. Possibly, it was impossible to tell actually, as there was always a night sky above the place, which showed all of the constellations in their glory. A white star block with 2 curly horns and red star-shaped pupils ran up to the river to sit beside it, joining 3 other blocks. One was brown with bull horns, one was pink and wore square glasses, and the other was blue and wore round glasses. The calmness of the river was interrupted by a voice saying, hello. The star blocks turned to see a new group of blocks, led by a blue and gold one. I'm Iris, and we're here to explore Starland. The white star block immediately got up. Cool! I'm Iris. Who are you? Who are your companions? He looked at all the other blocks seriously, wondering why one of them looked like a star block, but had the letter F in her glass case instead of a constellation. The blocks had explained what they were, and the star blocks were blown away by this news. That's amazing! Exclaimed Tauros, the bull block. But how? Pollux, the pink Gemini twin, was in disbelief. You're just symbols. I keep telling you, sis. There's some things you shouldn't question, said Castor, Pollux's twin brother. Do you know what the other star blocks are? Asked 21. Not really, but we can go find them, said Arius excitedly. Let's go! The blocks were led into Nebula Forest, a beautiful place where all the trees appeared to have nebula dust instead of leaves. As soon as they entered, they saw 7 glowing fairies floating around. Those are the the Pleiades, explained Pollux. They're star fairies. The Pleiades all gave the new blocks greetings as they watched them walk by. Further into the forest were three star blocks who were enjoying this scenery. One was light red with crab claws instead of hands. Another resembled a lion with yellow fur and a brown mane. The last was white with a white dress and angel wings. She carried a sickle with her and was the first to spot the group coming towards them. "Oh, it seems our friends have arrived with their faces," she announced, catching the attention of others. "Then let's go meet them," said Leo without hesitation, barreling forwards to greet the group. The more level-headed Virgo beat him to the punch, the lady in front of Iris and extending her hand. "Greetings, I'm Virgo." "Hello, I'm Iris," said Iris, who was a Virgo herself, and stunned to be meeting her own star sign. "I'm Leo, roar!" Leo unsheathed his claws and held his paws up in an attempt at an intimidating display. "And I'm Cancer," said the block with crab claws. "Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be a crab." She pointed at her starling, the constellation inside of her glass case. "Wow, that totally looks, F tried to see a crab and the pattern of stars, but failed. "Yeah, I have no idea how those Greeks saw a crab in the cluster of stars, but apparently they did." Cancer seemed miffed by her lack of resemblance to what she apparently represented. "At least Leo actually looks like a lion." "That's right, I'm a fierce and mighty lion too." Leo gave out a playful roar, waving his paws around. I must ask, what brings you all here?" Virgo asked Iris. "We are here to meet all the star blocks," explained 21. "Who's next?" Well, Libra is usually meditating at the pillars of creation," said Virgo. "Let's go see if she's there." "Six. The pillars of creation, as the star blocks explained, were three pillars of nebula matter, which were held with great reverence, as they represented the nebulae from which the star blocks stars came from. Sure enough, just as Libra had said, a golden star block was meditating while facing the pillars. She was floating, and in her hands were two scales, which at the moment were perfectly balanced. There were two of the blocks with her. One was light red, with a dark red scorpion tail, and he was wearing a black mask, gloves, and boots. The other was light brown, with a darker brown horse tail, and two black hooves. A bow and an arrow lay beside him as he relaxed alongside the scorpion star block. "Hi, Libra," Arius called, causing the golden block to turn around and her companions to be alerted to the group's presence. "Hello, friends," greeted Libra. "Who are these blocks?" One explanation later, Libra was thrilled. "How wonderful! It's so exciting to know that it's not just us constellations who are alive." "This is so awesome!" exclaimed the horse-like star block. "Name's Sagittarius, and I live for danger." He held up his bow and arrow. There was one star block who was keeping to himself. Scorpio, why don't you introduce yourself?" asked Libra. Fine," said Scorpio, gradually. "I'm Scorpio, the anti-hero of Starland." "Don't you mean hero?" asked Ted. "No, I prefer to be an anti-hero," replied Scorpio. "I never asked to be stung by a radioactive scorpion." "A radioactive scorpion? What powers did it give you?" asked F. "Nothing much. It just gave my tail the ability to shoot paralyzing stingers. Plus, it lights up now," he demonstrated this by making his tail glow a bit. "So, what exactly is anti-hero?" asked 20. "A hero who doesn't play by the rules," answered Scorpio. We actually met a bunch of superheroes on our journeys," Iris mentioned. "Ooh, maybe you could be friends with them, Scorpio," Libra suggested. Scorpio scoffed. "Nah, they're probably too goody two-shoes for me." This rubbed F, 10, 20, and 21 the wrong way. Who did Scorpio think he was brushing X and 8 off like this? Iris noticed her friend's angry glares, so she decided it was best to move on. "So, where are the last three members of the Zodiac?" In Aurora Field, answered Libra. I could sense them. Nobody dared to ask how she could sense where they were. Come on, my friends. She mystically floated towards the forwards, the others walking behind her as she led them away. X. Aurora Field looked like any ordinary field, except for the fact that Aurora Borealis was always shining here. Its beauty was distracting, and the blocks were so interested by it that they almost didn't look where they were going. At last they spotted the star blocks they come to here to meet. One was aqua green, with a curly teal fishtail and two good horns. The second was blue, with wavy dark blue hair. The third was pink all over, with lighter colored fins and a darker colored tail. Something notable about these three was that they were each playing with a different animal. The aqua green one was with a dark purple puppy who was covered in blue spots. The blue one was with a dark blue teddy bear who had a white belly with a purple star on it, sort of like a Care Bear. Ah, Care Bears! Lastly, the pink one was with a yellow beetle with orange wings. These wings had red spots on them, the same color as the beetle's antennae and eyes. Hello, everyone, called Libra. The star blocks and their animal companions all looked up to see the group. The bear gave a noise of fright and hid behind the blue block, scared of the newcomers. However, the puppy showed no fear as he walked up to Iris. Hello, he greeted. I'm Sirius. The dog star wagged his tail as he waited for a response. Hello, I'm Iris. At this point, a talking dog didn't surprise her at all. How about we have everyone introduce themselves? Sirius's aqua green block companions stepped forward. I'm Capricorn, the sea goat. He pointed to his orange and tail. The fishy pink block ran up. Hi, I'm Pisces. The beetle flew over and landed on her arm. And this is Beltagis. Hey there, said Beltagis, flashing his sharp teeth. I'm Aquarius, said the blue block, who was still standing away from the rest of the group. It's all right, Polaris. There's nothing to be afraid of. The teddy bear peeked out from behind Aquarius, eventually mustering the courage to come out and greet the newcomers. Whoa. You're adorable, exclaimed F. Thank you, said Polaris, feeling more at ease. So, we met the Zodiac and a few stars, said Iris. Who's next for us to meet? So many star blocks, said Iris, and 2 more non-star blocks. I know, shouted Sagittarius. Let's have a party at the Eclipse dance floor. We can invite everybody. Great idea, agreed Pisces. Let's get started. XXX. Eclipse dance floor, as one would expect, was a very large dance floor, big enough to accommodate all the star blocks. An image of the sun being partially eclipsed by the moon hung above a DJ set, which was being occupied by the harp star block Lyra, who was both providing music and singing along to it with her elegant voice. All the star blocks were on the dance floor, and Iris and her group got to speak with several of them. First, they were approached by the rulers of Starland, King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia. Greetings, letters and numbers, said Cepheus. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. We hope you're enjoying Starland, added Cassiopeia. Oh, we are, exclaimed Ten. This place is so cool. Andromeda, the princess of Starland, was dancing with her boyfriend, the heroic Perseus. Beside them was another hero named Hercules, who was dancing by himself while glaring daggers at the sea monster Cetus, who glared back at him. Several sets of siblings were present, including Leo with his little brother, Leo Minor. There were also the dogs Canis Major and Canis Minor, next to whom Sirius was hopping around. Meanwhile, Polaris was with Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. Corvus, the crow, and Crater the cup were dancing with each other, and Ophiuchus was dancing with Sir Serpent's snake tail in his hand, with the serpent looking very miffed at this. Eventually, Someone new arrived at the dance floor. He was a floating black robot. He was a floating black robot of sorts, and he immediately flew over to Iris. So, you guys are the blocks I've been hearing about. Nice to meet you. I'm Black Knight. He extended his metal hand, which Iris shook. It looks like everyone's here now, she said, glancing around at all the constellations and stars. Oh, that's not everyone, the Black Knight informed her. There's still a very special someone for you to meet. He looked up at the sky. Hey, there she is! The blocks looked up to see a huge butterfly coming towards them. Her wings glowed like a nebula, and Iris already knew which specific nebula this insect represented. She landed near the dance floor and smiled down at everyone. Hello, she greeted at all the star blocks. And waved back at her. That's the butterfly nebula, explained Arius. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, whispered F dreamily, she and Tan being captivated by the butterfly nebula's wings. The enormous insect stuck around to watch the blocks continue to dance. Iris found herself dancing with 20 yet again, still being flustered by his presence. She hadn't known him that long. Why was she so attracted to him? Maybe she reasoned it was because she was currently in the body of a block. Logically, a block would find another block attractive. Nevertheless, Iris focused on having fun with her friends, and after a while, the blocks started to feel tired. This made Iris decide it was time to go home. The Butterfly Nebula offered to fly the group back to Neverland, and they eagerly agreed. Flying on the back of such a huge and gorgeous creature was an amazing experience. Iris watched the world below her. Everything looked so tiny. She was broken out of her trance when the Butterfly Nebula spoke up. You know, it feels quite lonely to be the only one of my size, she lamented. Do you know any creatures that come close to being this big? She sounded hopeful, and Iris was glad not to disappoint her. Yes, we've met 3 so far, she answered. There's a lizard, a winged snake, and a microscope. The Butterfly Nebula wanted to do a flip in the air upon hearing this. Oh, that's wonderful. I'd love to meet them. You're welcome to join the Party 16's organizing for all the blocks, said 20. Everyone's invited. I'll be sure to tell that to the Star Blocks, the Butterfly Nebula replied. At last, she touched down and let the blocks hop off, then flew away back to Starland. Everybody who seen her was awestruck, and Iris decided to go back to her bedroom, and as the others relayed their entire trip to the land of constellations. So, how do you feel about Iris now? To ask 20. Being with her is wonderful, answered 20. But let's not rush up things. We still got a lot of time to get to know each other better. To be continued. Oh my gosh, that's right, it is over. Chapter 4 is over, but the story is not. So we still have plenty more places to go to before the big finale very, very soon. Oh my gosh, you're not gonna. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't checked out the National Journal, we have day 21 is already out, so make sure to go check it out. It's on the top right corner of the screen, so you can go check that out. Also, be on the lookout for episode 102 of 7 Character Origins dropping later today, where it's going to be about Fairy Charmer, so stay tuned for that. You're not going to miss it. By the way, the playlist to 7 Character Origins is on the top right corner of the screen. If you want to catch up on every episode you might have missed out so far. But with that being said, I'm Miguel, you yourself, and I'll see you next time for another episode of The World of Blocks. Next time in The World of Blocks, we move on to Queen of the Blocks, Chapter 5, More Than Just Feelings. Oh my gosh, we're going to Emotion Land next time to meet the Emotion Blocks. So this is going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to be missing out on any of that, so we'll see you there. We'll see you in Emotion Land very soon for Chapter 5 of Queen of the Blocks, More Than Just Feelings. For everyone here in The World of Blocks, I'm Miguel Sanchez, and as always, remember to please leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't turn on notifications to never miss a new video. You gotta please subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on to never miss another new video from me, as we are on the road to 200 subscribers. Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm Miguel Sanchez with The World of Blocks, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, guys. Laters.